this section or having new contributors had been so difficult because there's not too many ways to compensate people besides the praise. People want money because well, we have to live, but in this moment we can't have marketing. So in Twitter, I wrote that we have a good workflow here, and that we need T Tuesdays and T Stars back because that section provides us a lot of new engagement. Also, I made this before the curation service some point initiative that they are making. So this might change. Also, I add the idea to make some DC NFTs and swag with extreme Twitter campaign. I saw that NT was doing a proposal about that TC participates in the Nouns NFTs collection with maybe a robot or something. That could be a great idea. And that's it in animation. Here, working by project. Yeah, in animation, we are working by project. Now we are working with the quantifier tutorial video for reward systems. And yeah, that's it. The idea of this group is to pitch our services um, to other communities or DAOs to get more clients. And an idea of this that I have is to, after we make the quantifier tutorial, make like a demo reel and also showing the quantifier tutorial to other communities. And then when we get some clients, the clients designate a percentage of the money to the TC what we have. On marketing, I wrote that keep doing the newsletter, and but the community says no by now. But idea that I used to have to get some money with marketing is to manage other communities newsletters. Maybe it's just an idea. And for bounties, uh, if we are doing a new funding proposal that I don't know, I need some advice, and I need that Chuy is here because I feel kind of confused with this. Maybe open maybe destinate some money to bounties for a special task as translation, design, articles, more video production, people, sound engineers, and all this stuff. That's the idea that I made that I shared with Tam and Chuy, but I got no response. So that's why I feel confused because I don't know what is happening in comms. And yeah, so I want to give an opinion or something. Maybe we can do another one of these together. I don't know. I would like that Chuy will be could be here, but maybe next week that when he comes back to Mexico.
Yeah, just have a question about. I think this is great as it laser, and I think it would be worth it to try make a new one based on the current situation, maybe. And
Hmm.
I'm just wondering, like, if you know, like, what happened with Chu, or what's his involvement right now. I mean, I haven't seen him like really active, and I've noticed like these calls, they've been like kind of like waiting for him in a way, but I don't really know like what's happening on that front. Do you know?
Well, Chuy has been involved in many real life events. Now he's in DevCon and the DAOs and all that stuff. So he's kind of busy. Uh, it's a period of the year that there are many events, and Chuy is very involved in that. So, but he's still a steward. He's still in the community, but that events are catching all his time. But hope we can get in touch with him soon. He was going to enter today, but he's having internet troubles. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. Totally understandable. Um. Yeah. I just like as an opinion, and this is something that I've noticed also like in some other working groups that has happened before. I think for the future it would be really good and really important. I think that working groups are able to kind of like work and move forward without having not just the steward, right, but any person that suddenly decides to go away or to take some time off, that the working group can still like move on. Because then, if not, I think that all the work kind of like depends just in one person, and then the whole group kind of like feels stuck and feels confused. And that's the feeling that I have with comms right now. I feel like, for example, you and all the people here are like really looking forward to start working and to start doing stuff and organizing the working group once again. But it's not possible because in this case like we're missing Chuy, right? So I mean I know it's not like the ideal situation, and uh, yeah, it's nothing against Chuy, of course. It's just like the way we organize ourselves, I think, should be less dependable on names of people and more on the activities that we organize around. Uh,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
yeah, just like a comment.
And also, there's that this is not really a comps problem, it's the TC problem. These months are being too weird. I don't know. People, it's not here. Um, the sinks are very empty, and we're we and I'm really confused about the real situation. Being honest, yeah, we need to structure all TC.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I feel the same way. I mean, and it's kind of hard to tell because there's also not a lot of communications, right? Um,
Mhm.
like I've been trying to listen to the Steward's call, and it's also kind of the same. I mean, I feel it's not being addressed like the bigger issues here. So yeah, it's kind of unclear. I mean, I would be curious on, for example, you as a laser, I see that you're always here, always active, always trying to do stuff. How do you feel? How do you see things? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling motivated, or how's the situation for you? And then for the rest of the people here, I think it would be also interesting to listen what you think of the TC right now.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Bert. That's very interesting. Yeah, well, I'm feeling confused, but I want to do the things good for comms and TC, especially for us, um, because it's our work. It's here we get money to eat, to live, to everything. So I'm very worried about that for me, for my friends that are here, and yeah, I want to do things good so we can get a really good comms working group and also a really good DAO. Um, these months has been a lot of confusing times, but we need to get in touch with everyone, especially the stewards. we need a call with everyone. No, and people is not coming to the call, so it's kind of difficult to get to a really good communication. But I don't know. I'm feeling confused now. What do you think, Miguel? I want to hear you.
I also feeling like very confused, like, because um all the calls are being like with a few people in all the calls, and I don't know really how it's gonna be the future here, because the last time that all the stewards uh entered to the call, or the last comms call, is when happened all this stuff, Manu and all this stuff, and I don't know, as you say, it's our work, and yeah, we're so close to finish the animation video, and for what, I don't know, because nobody's here. It's like we are only the members of the teams, and we are like a tied of the hands, and we can do anything unless we can, maybe we can like say something, I don't know, maybe to Chuy, maybe Mitch, and start deciding for ourselves, and that our decision counts like equal, uh like a Steward, I don't know, but I'm also like very stressed and very, I don't know what to think. I'm like 50% this is gonna happen, 50% this is not gonna happen, because all the restructuration of comms and all that stuff. It has me like yeah, like very stressed, and I don't know what to think. But I hope to solve this. And yeah, I don't know. It's like Discord has a mobile app. You only have to connect to a Wi-Fi, or maybe, I don't know, like a network. But yeah, that's my feeling. And yeah, as Bear says, I also think we have to decide by ourselves, and not to be waiting to a steward, or a team manager or something like that uh, come and tell us what we can do and what don't. And yeah, I think we need to have like more decision power, and we have it. It's in like this is all decentralized and all the stuff. I think if we just express that idea to the community, I I I'm sure that we they will support us. So yeah, that's my feeling. Um, what do you think, Gene?
Thanks, Miguel. Yeah, honestly, this this goes back to kind of like personal autonomy and agency. Um, this whole the whole concept of the structure of the organization is to be decentralized, right? So, um, it it shouldn't, even though there's supposed to be some sort of advice process and kind of minimal oversight established by somebody like a steward. It's really down to, in the end, who cares about any given task, and anybody that feels like they can take a task on, to go ahead and take it on, even if there's not, a hypothetical budget attached to the task. There's still praise that exists in order to gain some credit for having done something, or to receive some minimal payment. And if that isn't sufficient going forward, then it's entirely up to the group that sees themselves as a working group. And this case comms, to go ahead and create a new proposal and try to get budget for whatever tasks we see we deem relevant to accomplish. So I, it, it's okay in some sense to defer to whoever the authority figure was previously, like a Chewy or like Tam as an overarching kind of a project manager. But these tasks that we have on this Miro board right here can be accomplished by the people that are here, and it, and like I say, if budget is a concern, we can develop a new proposal and present it, and get new funds allocated. So it's all a matter of what we want to accomplish and who wants to step forward and try to accomplish those things. And Zen,
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, hi. Well, I've been here like only 3 weeks. In fact, Acid Laser is the one who have been like showing me all this DAO stuff, but what I've seen, it's been like a kind of weird. I thought it would be a little bit different, but I guess that the main point is that there's no like what I've seen in this short time is that there's no like a goal, I guess, that everyone wants to that I mean that all of you share as well. For example, Miguel said that the video you will finish the video and then after that, what's the point? So maybe the main point is to have the same goals as a team, and that will help. But well, there's like there's ne- there has to be a workflow when the leader is not here, I guess, and that's the main problem. I don't know, but that's my opinion from the my perspective, my short perspective that I've been here. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Santana. I know that you came in a really weird time to TC, but we hope to get better. I think that it's a good idea to start making our own proposal, just our proposal, and get some advice process. But maybe it's a good way to start ourselves to make the things change. And I don't know what do you think, guys, about start making a new proposal without. But a thing I'm thinking a lot is that um, in this moment we need to catch up a lot with sample because with the creation service I think that comms can get much into that and get good results with that creation service. So I would like that maybe we can get at Gideon to the next comms call, and also with Chuy. Uh, I think that can result very good. Get in touch with Gideon and that and he can give us some advice of what we can do. But what do you think, guys, about doing our proposal? This map that I made can be a start for that. But if you want to make another one together, it's okay for me. But what do you think about doing a proposal and then we can show it to the stewards and something like that?
I'm in.
yeah, I liked what Zenten said about having a unified kind of
Yeah.
manifesto or purpose. Just kind of establishing what the baseline function of comms is intended to be, and um, and the tasks that set aside discrete tasks that we're looking to accomplish. Say, manage Twitter, or output a tweet a day and complete the animation and keep the newsletter running. Those are
Yes.
each individual tasks that can have time, um, measured against accomplishing them, and then have a certain rate applied to that time, and that can become a loose proposal.
Yeah. And also, we have the people that we need. You know, now we have Centeno, Bear, Gene. You guys are being too much in touch with the comms, and I really appreciate that you are here. Also, Miguel has been a very important piece in this period. And yeah, we can do it. I don't know.
And we don't necessarily have to rely on the calls or on people attending the calls to accomplish things. We can just communicate asynchronously
Yeah.
and get whatever understanding needs to be conveyed from person to person or group to group relatively easily. It doesn't really need to rely on having it all happen at one time per week in a comms call or in a sample call.
Mhm. Okay. I think a good way to start is making a list of what we need to accomplish, maybe objectives, and what are our needs. Let me open the agenda.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah, that I'm also in, and I completely agree with what Gene is saying on the async work and being able to find a way in which we can collaborate in an async way. I think that's super important. And also what El Centeno said, I think that's actually the most important thing, and the one that it's kind of like missing in the whole TC, that there are not like bigger goals, right? That there is not something that we all we all contributors and all the teams are actually pursuing too. So I think that's really important to define, and I think that would be the first thing that maybe we could define. What's the objective of comms within the TEC, right? I think that question is really important to answer. um, and I think that part of that answer, at least in my opinion, is to support the mission of the TEC, right? This idea of becoming the shilling point of token engineering, that should be kind of like in the top of our minds all the time. Like every time we do an initiative or if we do a project, just like ask ourselves, does this initiative actually contribute to the to achieving the mission of the TEC? And if it's a yes, then it's like all good, like we're on the right way. But if maybe it's not that clear, or maybe it's not that uh, maybe it's not the way, maybe the project is not the best uh, to do at that moment, right? um, so yeah, I think just defining like what's the objective of having a communications working group in the TCs is really important to define first. And then yeah, I think we can do like a list of tasks uh, that are important to cover, that are being covered right now, but also that might need to have some more attention right in the future. So yeah, I think we can definitely do that.
Yes, very good opinion there. In that we can start with that question. What's the objective of comms in our opinion? In the comms opinion. What do you think, Miguel? What's the objective of comms in your opinion?
I think like in the inside of the TC, it's very important to have these groups because someone has to create content for the social media. I don't know, Twitter, maybe other DAOs, and it's so important because without communication, we don't have how to expose our job, our TC job, and yeah, all that like working groups that you pull up on the presentation you make are very important because give exposure to token engineering and and yeah, like from inside, it's very important to have it because it's a kind of organization, uh, and and the outside is also very important because we need exposure. That's my opinion.
Okay. Jean, you want to say something?
I guess from a task oriented perspective, the main function of comms would be managing the Twitter account because that's our main external communication mechanism. Uh, Managing the newsletter because that's the internal communication mechanism for token holders. And then the something that I think has been lacking is a DAO to DAO communications focus. I think one of you gentlemen mentioned that right now, but um, managing the process of communicating in between DAOs is important to find contacts and gain kind of DAO wide consensus on certain topics that we share, and then just managing uh, managing communications with the token holders, and then the last thing would be actually the like a marketing push for minting TEC, which I know we've talked about for a long time, but just never coalesced and never came to real fruition. But is something that we really need to figure out what a minimum marketing campaign would look like.
Thank you, Jean. That's that's a really good point. Centeno, what do you think about this?
Mm,
Your own opinion.
I think that the main point of comms is help to communicate mm, to the other groups of tech, to the external people, the philosophy of tech. So I think that we can use the social media as our tool, and like Twitter, for example, use it more. I don't know if in Web3 they use a lot of Instagram, but sometimes Instagram helps as well. So maybe expand the social media of tech to explain what's about to the external people, and like try to join not more people to the DAO, or maybe yes, but like just to show them what's tech and how this can help to the society, I guess. Mm, but yeah, that's what I think about comms. It's just to help to communicate to other people the message of tech. And I think that that's what we can do.
And to Zenten's point, it might be worthwhile to try to explore other social media platforms, particularly the ones that are emerging for Web3, like Lenster,
Yeah.
and try to establish a presence on those because they're really empty, but it could if we became active on one of those, that might kind of have a chance of getting attention since they're so empty as it is.
Yeah, that's really true. We can use lens. I'm not really into what's happening in lens, but it's a good way to a new engagement and get new people and get our numbers and that's well. I think that we get a good start with that. I think that we can make the things by ourselves and then feel the vibes that things are going to be okay. What do you think, guys, about next question? Maybe uh, how can we start? I don't know. I what question do you think we need next?
Well, I think that something simple that we could also do is maybe just like list all the different activities that Coms is doing right now, or yeah, that Coms is doing right now, and maybe just a different list of the things that Coms should be doing as well that we can think of that are related with communications, right? And I just wanted also to say that yeah, for me, I think Coms is one of the most important working groups in the TEC, because the way I see it is like it is the the external face of the TEC, right? Actually, the all the purpose it's in its name itself, right? Communications, right? It's all related with the image and that the TEC gives. So yeah, I think it's super important to do that. And yeah, I think doing a list of tasks could help us uh, have some more clarity.
Okay.
I have an idea also for
Okay.
this campaign of Mint TC. I have seen that the TC is more like focused on the English people, English speaker people. So, what do you think is Acid Laser if I can talk to Swarmy and maybe we can do something to buy TC on Swarmy?
Damn.
Eh?
Yeah, that would be great. Just we need uh, yes, and then we
Yeah,
can like a campaign to main TC and for I don't know that Swarmy only works in Mexico or where you can use it.
I think that works in all the countries that use space as payment method. Um, but for example, I have been in touch with Swarmy because they have launched the Jarvis Jarvis stablecoin based in the Mexican peso. So we are like creating an event with a restaurant of a friend that sells burgers. They're gonna give us like a burn wallet, and people can go and buy um, the hamburgers with the Jarvis token, and maybe we can do something similar, but with the tech token. Because if you want to buy tech token, I think you only can buy it in Honeyswap. I don't know where else, but I think it's gonna be much easier to all the. At least in Mexico, we know a lot of people here, and it's gonna be much easier to buy TC through Swarmy than through Honeyswap, because in Swarmy you can buy direct from your credit card to the
Yeah,
to MetaMask, so that will be very helpful. Like make TC that simple to mint.
I really like that idea.
So
Um, I think to what Miguel is saying also, yeah, I think one of those tasks probably should be like a presence in events, like either in real life events or also online events, that the comms team can take care of having presence um, as part of the TEC, right? I think that could be one. Sorry, Gene, I think you were going to say something.
No, I was just going to mention that the main place where minting TEC would come from is from the bonding curve, so that would be at the convert.tecommons.org. And if Swarmy is like a Spanish language ramp or something like that, is that basically what it is? It's a fiat on ramping platform for Spanish language.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. They even know exactly what what they are, because it's a very unique tool. It's like a DApp, but you only have to register your email and put your credit card data, and literally you can buy crypto from your bank account to your MetaMask, and also through MetaMask to your bank account you can sell tokens or you can buy tokens, and it's very unique, and it has like a gas fee very very low, and you have already, like, in 1 minute, if you want to sell in 1 minute you have your money, and if you want to buy, I think it's quicker, faster. So it works like a sex, but it's not like full centralized. Maybe it's like a ramp thing, as you say, but not exactly. But it's a new project here in Mexico that is growing, I think, very fast right now, and yeah, maybe it's a very good idea to have TC uh, in that platform, so you can buy like very very um, simple.
Yeah, I think any sort of process or advice that we can establish for any demographic, be it Spanish language or Asian languages, or if we can teach somebody how to go from even something like a credit card to MetaMask to the bonding curve, or to HoneySwap, but ideally we want to direct people to the bonding curve so that they're minting fresh TEC. That's a good thing. That's increased potential for people to hold the token.
Yeah,
And
I can. Oh, sorry.
just and the same would go for encouraging them to come into the server so that they can be onboarded for praise, so that once they're interested in if they're interested in purchasing the token, they can be interested in coming in getting praised, and so they can purchase a little bit and they can receive praise a little bit, and um, and get TEC multiple ways. And just the idea of getting more TEC sprinkled into more people's hands is probably one of the main functions of comms. That's describing how that takes place for whoever that might be.
Yeah, I can have a meeting with the team, with Swarmy's team. Actually, I was talking to the main uh, a few hours ago, because I have a radio show, and I'm gonna have it again. I'm gonna have Jarvis Network like next Thursday. So I'm in touch with them right now.
interesting that they don't. I'm looking at Swarmy on their website right now, and they have Gnosis chain as one of the chains, but they don't have mainnet, which is interesting.
Yeah, maybe because of the fees.
Yeah.
Because it's very low gas fee. If you want to pass, I don't know, $200 to your bank account, uh, you're gonna receive like 199. It's like very low.
That's really neat.
Yeah, I have never seen something like Swarmy before.
It is like Ramp or like MoonPay. It's very similar. So it's a fiat on ramp and off ramp apparently. But the only thing that it needs is Gnosis chain. But since they do have Gnosis chain, then that's solid. It's a functional option.
No, they have Polygon, um, Binance. They have a lot. If you enter to app.swarmy.com, it's like a
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
yeah, because if you enter only swarmy.com, it's gonna take you to like it's different. I don't know why.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think it would be really worth it to continue this like conversation. I think it's really good idea what you guys are suggesting. Uh, but I think it would be also interesting to take these 10 minutes to continue maybe brainstorming on some of the other tasks. What do you guys think?
Agreed.
Yeah,
You raise an excellent point there about the website. That's really important to have a unified message across all of the different communication portals. But without having some influence over what the website says, then it's kind of not a unified message.
Yeah, I feel the website it's kind of like just kind of like abandoned. I don't really know who's and I've heard that it was kind of hard to do any changes to it. So it might be a good idea to kind of like revisit that process and see if we can make it easier. And I think that the team that should be in charge of the website should be communications, right? I think that this should be the place for it to belong. So might not be a priority right now. I think something really good that we could do after having this list of tasks would be then to kind of like prioritize more in the short term what is something that we need to do, right? Like I think in my opinion, maybe the website can wait a little, right? I think the support for the content curation service it's something that I think I would put like on top of the list. Maybe uh, parallel with this like restructuration of the comms working group that I think that could be a separate topic, right? For that list, I think kind of like taking more time to think about the restructuration of the working group is also like a task that we need to complete. So I think that and the content curation would be kind of like some of the priorities, in my opinion, for the comms team in the short term, and then the rest and the ones that we come up with later. I think then we can start like arranging everything in a timeline for the coming months. So yeah, just wanted to say that.
Agreed.
what other ideas can you guys think of? I'm trying to think, but I'm wondering. Um, the video production. What plans do you have in the future? Are you once the video is done? What do you guys plan on doing?
What is the video?
The video is like a tutorial for quantify the prices, and they're gonna use it also like in communities like Give It that already are implementing that this praise reward system. And our idea right now is to pitch it to other DAOs, to other communities, our service like a animation mm, house producer, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, to pitch it to other DAOs, that's our idea right now.
So maybe it's kind of like this idea of making it a product, like commercialized product that the TC and the comms group can offer to other groups. So maybe this idea of having kind of like a mini production company could be something that could be included as well. I mean, it sounds interesting, and I think it could be related as well with kind of like the social media strategy of things or the content creation strategy of things. I'm thinking on personally what I don't know. One of you was saying of using other platforms, other social media as well. I'm thinking on YouTube. I feel that YouTube should be also kind of like an important or a good tool that we could use to promote more things, and maybe it has something to do with this production project that you guys are thinking of. I don't know, just throwing some ideas there.
Yeah, actually, yes. Yeah, but like this only video that we have done is for TC. I think that the main control is gonna have it. TC is gonna have it. So maybe on the future we can go to other platforms with different videos. And yeah, also our idea is like uh like the money we receive for from the videos like uh give some part to TC. So yeah, yeah, that's the idea. Like, be a full communication like product that and can offer to the DAOs the whole package.
Yeah. Um, I'm back. Yeah, I was having some issues with my computer. Uh, we only have 4 minutes. I just want to say to you that in the what is doing comms right now, just Twitter. Twitter is going pretty well these days. We're in very good numbers, and the animation team. That's it. We're not doing too much.
Who's the one that uses newsletter here in comps? It's not
We used to have it, Manu and Anti, but with the problem with Manu, we stopped that.
okay.
And so we are, I don't know if Chuy already did it, but yeah, was to get back the marketing funding to the common pool. But I don't know what's happened with that.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Maybe, well, I don't know if you can use taking charge of newsletter. I don't know, but we can discuss later next week.
Yeah, I think we make a really good team and work with this. I wasn't expecting doing this today, but it result very good. Um, I would share this document with Chuy, and I think a good way to start is in next week's sync. Also invite Gideon, let's discuss together this document and start doing a new proposal.
Also, right now it just came to my mind. I don't know what you think, Acid Laser. If you would find it a good idea, because after this, I think it's towards weekly. I don't know if what you guys think it would be a good idea. Maybe just to mention, maybe just nothing about the restructuration of the thing. I don't think that would be that relevant, but maybe more in those tasks of to see like the opinions of other stewards of how do they see things and what do they see communications doing. I think that would be kind of interesting.
Okay. Doing the same questions, but to the stewards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sounds good, Ever. Yeah, I like the idea. Well, we have the stewards call at next. But being honest, I don't think that many stewards are coming to that call, but
Yeah,
we can
that's true.
discuss. Also,
Sounds good.
I could type something in the steward channel. And yeah, but thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your work and that you come here. And things are going pretty well, and we're going to do things very good. And yeah, with that, we can stop the call now and see you in the rest of the week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Asiet. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Ciao.
Ciao.